So why would I be selling this van? Hey Doc, which we've had so many great adventures in. Let me give you the insights. It does not have four-wheel drive, so basically I'm confined to asphalt or maybe gravel parking lots, something like that. I cannot get off-road, certainly not into the wilderness with this. Okay. Second, towing capacity. Yeah, I can pull my kayak, I've done that many times, but on a steep boat ramp, slippery conditions, I'm concerned. Also, back to my wife's concern about no bathroom. If she wants to go camping with me, she's not going to go in here. Okay, and she's not going to go with my next option either. So I need to be able to pull a small camper, which she would be more comfortable with. This cannot do that. The Colorado is underpowered for that as well. The third issue, and probably the biggest one, is stealth. If I'm fly fishing like I was at the coast, I parked this thing on the boat ramp, which probably I'm not supposed to do, camping overnight. Now, nobody gave me any grief. It was winter time, late November. But this thing stands out. Everybody knows somebody's in there, somebody's sleeping, someone's camping. I would love to be a lot more stealthy, not just in urban environments, but even when you go back into the woods a little bit, off the road. I don't want to be standing out just to any driver going by saying, hey, look at that big white camper, someone's in there. So stealthy is my next option. So we're going to go with something with four-wheel drive, has a bigger engine, better towing capacity, and yet be more stealthy. Stay tuned to see what I came up with and how we're going to build that out over the next few months.
Welcome. Take care, Jackson.
Thank you.
Yep. All right, there it goes. End of one era and the beginning of another.
So now that I've decided to sell the van, the first thing I had to do was get everything out of the van, get rid of all the stuff I haven't used in over a year, then consolidate everything else. And that way I can make a design so we can accommodate everything within the new vehicle. So here's what we got. This is all the equipment which I'm going to need in the new vehicle. So just kind of run over quickly here. Going to get a new sink, fan, need one towel, cooking boards. I'm going to use the Dometic Water Go system. My go-to cookware will be the Jetboil Genesis system, which I've been using for years. This is my daily quick cook kit, and that is my ditch kit, emergency equipment or supplies if I ever end up in the woods overnight unexpectedly. Got a couple flashlights, step there, extra cables for my jump start kit and air compressor. Outdoors.com have various pouches which I use for electronics, utensils, and my emergency equipment, water filtration, axes, tow straps. So this will be my coffee, cook, and clean setup, which will be one pull-out drawer. All my cooking utensils I consolidated into another pouch as well. Need a laundry bag, and the powerhouse, of course, is my biggest purchase, the Anker Solix 1000, I believe, and solar panels. So then what I did was I built a cardboard box. My plan is, instead of building platforms horizontally, I'm going to use vertical space. The next question is, which size SUV? Mid-size, full-size, and within that's which brand? I went with a full-size SUV because I want a vehicle that's capable of going not just 3 days, but 3 weeks at a time. It's something I'm comfortable sleeping in and has everything I need inside it. I did not want a rooftop tent. Again, I want to be inconspicuous. And primarily, it needs to lie flat in the back because I also need to use this SUV for commuting to work, going out to dinner with 2 other couples. I want to be able to have 6 people be able to sit in this, as well as having all my overlanding equipment with me. So that brings us to the Tremor. So why did I pick a Ford Expedition? A few things. First, this is the first year they've come out with the TREMOR package, which is their off-road capable package, which includes 33-inch tires, I believe an extra 2 inches of lift, has 10.9 inches of ground clearance. Main thing is that it has a 9,600 pound towing capacity, I believe, which is certainly one of the highest in that category. Little things, all the seats lie completely flat in the back, so I can do a non-build out and take all of my equipment out whenever I want and still have capacity to seat 7 people in this vehicle. This is my only vehicle now. I traded in the truck and the van, so this is my daily commute. Also in the evenings, if I want to go out to dinner with 2 other couples, I want to be able to have 6 people sit in there. And the configuration of the seats allows me to do that, and I'm going to get into that obviously in more detail and many more future videos as I do my non-build out. This is kind of a nod back to the old Land Cruisers and just makes tailgating, cooking, camping very easy with this big platform on the back. Pardon the geese, sorry about that. Everything's going to be inside and hopefully well designed to fit in the 60% of the 3rd row. This is my initial model. It's kind of collapsed a little bit now, but this is supposed to go into the 40% of the back of an SUV, and I made all kinds of calculations and changes and such forth. Try to be creative, but ultimately that's going to the scrap pile. So here's the remnants of my box. Redesigned a little bit, and as you can see, it takes up 60% when we still have the 40% on the other side. So this will be my sleeping quarters over here, and when I need to, I can still have a 6th person sit in what I call the jump seat back there. There you go. So that's the concept. Let's see about the execution. So please subscribe, dial in, tune in, follow the videos. I'll be posting a bunch, hopefully every other week is my plan. And then we're going to take this thing, of course, on an expedition. Happy overlanding, tight lines, and I hope you get inspired by this. Cheers. All right, let the build begin.